Thanks everybody for being here. It's been a really fun start to the season for our program. It's those that had a chance to come out, we're a very different team than we have been for 6 years. I think COVID gave us the luxury of having a lot of really familiar faces in the community and on our field, but it's been a really exciting start. A lot of new faces, a lot of new players, and I'm pleased with where we are. I think we're kind of ahead, truthfully, of potentially where I thought we were going to be because of the effort and energy our team's been putting in every day. So it's been a really good start. I think we've seen a lot of new people, young faces, and then some returners that have been really carrying the load. And I think that's always fun to see when new people kind of step up as leaders. So one game this weekend in San Diego, and then we come back for we have Power 5, Colorado coming down here to play us, followed by New Mexico State, who won their conference last year and is off to an unbelievable start. So another two fun weekends, but we're up for it. We're ready to roll.
So you mentioned the different style. I mean, three different goal scorers. How much have you enjoyed that just as a coach?
I'm loving it. I mean, I'm really enjoying the season. Like, I think sometimes when you have the same people for a long period of time that are they become dependable. And I think sometimes because of that, you're not challenged as much as a coach. And I think our staff has really enjoyed kind of some new tools and some new things that players can do. And some people have really stepped up. So I think, personally, when you see young players come into a program and they develop into leaders and kind of take over the team and take over the culture, that's really a satisfying thing to be a part of.
First road game of the season. How excited are you to just get on the road with these girls? And what stands out about San Diego?
San Diego's they're kind of an up-and-coming team. I'd say they're a little bit similar to us in terms of kind of start to the year, but they're always a good team. It's definitely difficult to play on the road, but I think for us to get our first travel under our belt, I think we're traveling like 14 players who have never traveled, so we got to make sure that we show up at the gate on time and have the right uniforms and kind of get that out of our system before we get to conference. But yeah, excited to get on the road and play somewhere else besides here and kind of test ourselves that way.
And how do you feel getting on the road after getting a win under your guys' belts? How does that feel?
Yeah, anytime you win, that's a good thing. And I think especially against that Fullerton team, that was a fun game. And I think for our team to kind of battle back and the game sort of ebbed and flowed. And I think to find, the goal at the end there to win it was pretty good. They've been training very hard this week. And I think we know that we're not a finished product. And that's kind of an exciting thing to be a part of because it feels like every game and every practice you're improving. So, yeah, it'll be fun to go on the road, a new team. See who we are when we're not in our, the comfort of playing on Lobo Soccer Field, which is a pretty special place, and get tested that way.
Do you have a pinpointed place on the schedule where you expect to be a complete team? Can you look at it that way?
Ideally, the very first practice. No, it comes together when it comes together. And I think it's just a commitment to make sure that you're doing things right off the field, that you're taking care of your body, that players are developing relationships with each other on the field. But that takes a while. I mean, if you think about soccer, you spend 90% of the game without the ball. So understanding movement and the things that you do in space and time and how you coordinate with people next to you, that takes a while, especially when you haven't played with people. So it's a patience game, and it's coming. It's moving in the right direction. So we'll see. It'll come when it comes.
Feeding off of that, because when players get to this level, maybe they've been the best player on the high school team or one of the best. Do you have to sell them on the idea that they have to contribute without the ball and be great teammates versus the star on the team?
Yeah, no. We don't recruit people that you have to convince that they're not going to be a star. Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest part for us is that we really look for people first and people that want to be a part of a special culture in a special place like New Mexico, and we've been lucky enough to do that. But that to me is the beauty of soccer. It's the really, really good players are fantastic when they don't have the ball and they know it and they enjoy it. And so it's like creating overloads and creating space, and it's why it's the beautiful game, So I think you grow up playing the game, you kind of learn that appreciation for it. But yeah, it's fun to see it all come together.